Hello chaps and chaperettes. Today we have a book. It's so shitty they named it twice. No, I'm just kidding. It's Will Grayson ×2. Or either that or the cover just got fucking, like, they fucked up. It's like, oh, fuck, it wasn't, call it Will Grayson or something. So it's all like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's like, you ever have that, like, and you have a picture, you know, and it fucking glitches out, and then you have, like, things double up and shit. That's how this book is, man. It's all glitched out. It's got, like, this cover. The cover is, like, it's got one of those covers that are actually, like, pertinent to the book. Because, you know, a lot of times, the cover, unless they, like, rip it off from, like, the movie. See, it's got, like, this shit, and it's like, look at this, whatever shit. That's the one. Yeah, they're both. What's this one? I should probably like switch it. Maybe Dead Cats. So, because we'll get to that in a minute. So anyway, it's by John Green, but not just John Green. Also David Levithan, I guess, who apparently that movie Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. He wrote the book version of that, I guess. I never read any of his other works. I have seen that movie. I know I've seen it. Like, I vaguely remember. I like fish something, like an iPod out of a toilet or some shit. Or, oh, wait. Like, I think a chick is like bubblegum out of the toilet and puts it back in her mouth. Fucking freak. But, yeah, I haven't read any of his other books except for this one. You know what? I don't think I'd ever want to read more of his books, but I do want to read John Green. But I will say, alright, so apparently he writes a lot of, like, gay young characters, and so I assume, I'm pretty sure, because I don't think they specify exactly, you know, who does what writing the other one, but there's, like, I feel like John Green writes the first Will Grayson that knows the Tiny Cooper guy as his friend, and the other dude writes the other Will Grayson, who is a gay kid, you know, that kind of gives it away, who's like this fucking nihilist ass motherfucker. But I gotta say, I actually like the second kid more, the one that is written, well, it's not even I like him more, he just has like the more interesting character, I guess you could say, as, goddamn, there's whatever. He just has the more interesting character, I think, because but, you know what, I'm going to go back up here, because it's too distracting if I'm walking around. Actually, alright, I decided to, wait, are people still, no, okay, they're going up there. I don't know, people driving in my general direction, I think they're on one of those fucking open, I don't know, there's one guy who, like, drives around on a cart or some shit, it was, like, distracting me, so I decided I was turning, had to get my, what do you call it, like, the train track of my train of thought, whatever. Where was I? So anyway, yeah, the second Will Grayson, the nihilist one, is actually the more interesting one, seemingly so far, and I'm a little bit, somewhere around halfway, maybe more than halfway, and I really haven't even put that much days into it. It's a pretty fast read. So, and I'm usually a slow reader, but this one goes pretty fast. The problem with that is, if I'm reading fast, usually it's because the book doesn't really challenge me. Because if I'm challenged, I'm constantly looking shit up. Usually John Green books, if it's John Green, he'll have, like, you know, a lot of knowledgeable, he'll, like, put science references and shit. I'm like, oh. And the Maybe Dead Cats you see is, you could probably guess, is a reference to Schrodinger's cat, and that's about as clever as it gets. And it's supposed to be some band. And speaking of bands, I thought it was interesting. I think it was a Wang video where I heard about this group called Neutral Milk Hotel, which is a fucking retarded ass name, but I don't know, it's all that, I don't know, I don't listen to shit. I feel like you probably doofus ass motherfuckers. What? No, I don't care. I haven't even listened to it. I know I've heard like some of their shit, because I think it says like one of their albums has like a meme regarding time travel or some shit. I don't remember. But I was like, oh, it's kind of interesting that the story has to do with, it starts off talking about the goddamn first protagonist, his protag, his favorite band, I guess, is Neutral Milk Hotel. But there's not a lot of shit you have to look up, not a lot of sesquipedalians, big words. Yeah, man, it's just not challenging me. So I'm not a huge fan of that. But I legit thought about giving up reading this. I was like, man, I don't even know if I want to like finish reading it. Two things really are the only reason that I didn't do that. Well, one is, now I'm going to say three things probably. Let me see. I don't know. Actually, I don't want to count them. I'm just going to fucking say it as they come to me. There may be more come to me later. But one is, I don't really like to give up reading on a book if I can, because then I'm more tempted to give up in another book. I'm like, then I'll just start giving up anytime, you know, a book like, you know, that irks me or something. But two is also, it's because it's going so fast. It's such an easy read. It goes fast. I'm like, I can complete it, you know, pretty fast. And I want to try to read all of John Green's books. So kind of like a 2B. I don't know, whatever, doesn't matter. So I've read all of them except for like Turtles All the Way Down, which I have a feeling is going to be much better than this one. What else? Is there another reason? I feel like there's a third reason now, but then third reason. Maybe that's all. God damn it. It don't matter. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'll do it live. I gotta see what's coming to me. Should I talk about the characters? Yeah, there's the gay character. Oh, yeah, okay, that's the third one. There's a nihilist character. Kind of interested me at first because he, oh shit, now I'm trying to remember. Oh, I didn't mark down that passage. Maybe I can add that to it. Anyway, shit, now I'm like my train of thought. My brain just goes all over. But the nihilist character was somewhat interesting. He's kind of like cliche, you know, like he goes a little bit too far, and that's a problem for all of these young, I feel like, YA books, you know, the young adult, or at least John Green, because I don't read a lot of young adults, so I shouldn't just paint them that way. I have a feeling they're, like, for instance, he used the word, trivial things, like, oh, it's such a tragedy. It feels like it's such a fucking, like, Valley Girl-ass thing to say, and that's what John Green, man, that's, like, he has some darkness in him, so I could almost see him writing, but I don't think he's that dark the way the fucking nihilist kid is. I'm like, John Green is not gonna go this dark. He's too light and fluffy, you know. But yeah, I've just never. I don't like a certain aspect of it, like when he just says, you know, oh, it's a tragedy if you're what. I don't know, man. It's. I should maybe pull it up, but he does. There's the one section I wanted to add to it was where this kid like called. He's like, hey, what's up, fag, or whatever. He's like, you faggot, what's up? And I like that John Green still recognizes that, you know, young boys are gonna like call them, say what's up, fag, you know, instead of just being like, because John Green, I think, has this reputation as like a SJW light, at least, and at least he doesn't shy away from, you know, calling somebody. He doesn't really have his pro tag call somebody faggot, but if somebody's not necessarily an evil person, you know, call a protagonist a faggot. So it's like, I don't know, fuck it. What else? Alright, so there's the other character in the story. I think it ends on a musical, because I was reading like the little adjoining. I don't know if it's on a. It doesn't matter, but I'm pretty sure it ends in a musical, or maybe already on the back cover or something. And I don't know how that's gonna go yet. Like I said, my book report, I tend to just report on the flavor of the book as it's going, and that's like towards the end. But one of the main characters, this like friend, his name's Tiny Cooper, and I think the musical is like Tiny Dancers, a fucking Elton John song. But Tiny Cooper, you know, he's like this big fat kid, and he's also gay, and of course he ends up. Yes, I guess a spoiler. He ends up making out with the the other girl, Will Grayson. He like hooks up with him, I guess, to a certain extent. I don't know if they fuck or what. I don't know, but they kiss. And oh yeah, one thing about John Green, man, is he comes off as a judgy little bitch in this book, because he's like, oh, who would hang out? Because like the fucking both the Will Graysons, they meet in a porn shop. And like, and basically they take turns being like, who would want to hang out with somebody in a porn shop? But the way it's written it's like, it's clear that John Green is a judgy bitch, and he's like, oh, I don't. Like, there's portions of this, I think, I can't remember all the ones. I try to give passages, but you might see the kind of judgy little bitch things. And he's like a pick-me-ass bitch. He's like, I'm not like the other boys who point their dick towards any fucking female, and yeah, he's not like the other fucking boys and poets. Well, that's another thing. I don't know. We'll get to that passage if we do. Oh yeah, so Tiny Cooper. Oh yeah, here we're walking back here. There's not be a fucking snake back here. I swear to God. Step on a gay ass snake. No, I'm not going back here. Not any more than I have. So the Tiny Cooper, he's like, but he hooks up with the dude, but he's like always, he just like, they just like get right together, and the nihilist is almost like already fucking summering up, you know, almost like cloying already. He's like, oh, it almost feels like he's already given up his nihilist ways for this dude. I'm like, come on, dude, it's like, it's hard to buy, and it's ridiculous, and, but anyway, did I mention, the Tiny Cooper, if you guys have ever seen that show Recess, the animated show, who I picture for Tiny is like the motherfucking, that fat kid. Huh. You know what? I should just pull that up. I mean, you guys probably know who I'm talking about, but let me just excuse me while I whip this out. Is that a fucking, is that, oh, just a hole in my shirt. Okay. You never know on these fucking woods how people be messaging me and shit. Alright. Let's see, Recess. I know you know motherfuckers know who I'm talking about though. Alright. See, like, see, this is yeah, this fat kid right here. Like, that's Tiny Cooper to me. Is this fat son of a bitch? Just picture him like making out with, goddamn. It's like, yeah, it's like picture him like making out with this kid right here, and that's basically what it feels like. This book is like, they just make out. All right, so that's that. God damn it, I don't know. I don't recommend this book. This book is the shits. Fuck it, fucking it, and it's slightly gay ass. Wait, what did the? Oh, that was smudge. Where's that smudge coming from? Alright. Hold on. I gotta check my notes. I know I'm gonna show some passages. That's what kind of throws me off a little bit today. I don't know. It's a variety of things. But that one also, because I don't remember all the passages. I'm like, goddamn, I'll show that one passage. Or am I gonna. Oh shit. What are these notes? Now I want to read this, but. Yes. Alright. Hold on. Yeah, it's distracting me. Sea of Stars. I want to get that game. I'll get like spaced. Alright, hold on. Oh, yeah. Okay, there's one more thing. So, when he goes to the porn shop, he thinks, the first Will Grayson, he's like, gonna, oh, I got itches. He buys like this porno mag, I think, Mano a mano is like a joke. He thinks, oh, it'll be like this funny joke. So he's carrying it around, and then he's like, because of the situation, the sad situation happens. And he's like, it's not funny anymore. So he just drops the fucking book, and he just complained about how expensive this fucking thing was. So he just buys this book, and then it's like, this is not funny anymore. So he just leaves it somewhere, like drops it. I'm like, you motherfucker! It's almost like the scene in like a restaurant. Yeah, it's a scene. Like I seen a movie in a restaurant where the motherfuckers don't eat the food and they just walk off. It pisses me off so bad. And like Kay, I remember she said she's irked by people who like take a puff off a cigarette and just drop it. You know, it's that kind of shit. Like I hate that shit. Like come on, man. If you're in a movie, don't do that shit. Like Tarantino knows better than do that shit. He has them eat the goddamn food. Just make them do the shit, man. Even if it doesn't, you can do it. If Tarantino can fucking do it, you can do it, dumbasses. So, you know, make him fucking do something else with the magazine. Make him have a goddamn refund. Alright. Anyway, I got some passages to read. Don't get this book. Don't waste. Goddamn, look at this shit. I paid whatever money it says on this book. Actually, I think somebody else bought it for me. Maybe. I can't remember. But, goddamn it, get off me. I got one more book to read. I bet Turtles all the way down would be way better, though. Let's read passages backwards, because I forgot to write this one down. And I was telling you guys about outside. Look, so he's like this. So this guy out and says, "How's it going, faggot?" And I say, "Pretty good." And then this other guy goes, says, "Blah blah blah, come to the party." And then, oh, hold on, he's like, "Which makes me think these guys don't fag just like me, even though one of them just called me a faggot." Apparently having Tiny Cooper, yeah, that's that guy saying blah blah blah. And then he's like, what does he say? Tiny's gay ass play, because they're writing a play. Alright. Yeah, it does have the poet thing. Like, "Dear Jane, just so you know, E. Cummings cheated on both of his wives with prostitutes. Yours, GRAYSON." And I'm just gonna leave this with no context. Oh Lord, this is cringe. Where is it? And when I finally had her boobs in my hands, not that I asked for them, because he's not like the other guys, I didn't know what to do with them except pet them like they were puppies. The puppies liked that. So, oh my god. Fuck you, John Green. I like that this is on page 69. Alright. So, this is like an inside joke though. "I want you to lick my clavicle. I'm licking your clavicle. Ooh, my clavicle feels so good. Naughty, naughty clavicle." Alright, this is... it's whatever, but it is kind of funny that they mentioned clavicle specifically. It's like an inside thing between like me and Kay. But I will say that clavicle is, the root word is clavis, and it means key, because apparently the clavicle is key shaped, so it's interesting. Boom, shakalaka. Alright, it doesn't matter what pages, but this is the most likable character in the story is this example, and I'm not saying this is amazing, but for this book it's about as good as it gets. Mara's the kind of friend I enjoy swapping doomsday scenarios with. She's not, however, someone who makes me want to prevent doomsday from happening. For the year or so we've hung out, this has always been a problem. I know if I told her about liking guys, she'd probably stop wanting to date me, which would be a huge plus. But I also know how to immediately become her gay pet. And that's the last kind of leash I want. It's not like I'm really that gay. I fucking hate Madonna. There should be a cereal for constipated people called interesting, constipated. I learned a word for that. I'm serious. And I'm seriously telling you to fuck off. You shouldn't call me gay just because I don't want to sleep with you. A lot of straight guys don't want to sleep with you either. Fuck you. I would point as you want. What is that word? It's coprostasis. That's it. Yeah, coprostasis. Thought that was interesting. Oh my god. Here we go. John Green. Peck ass motherfucker. I realize this is not like boyish. I realize that properly speaking, guys should only think about sex and the acquisition of it, and that they should run crotch first toward every girl who likes them, and etc. But the part I enjoy most is not the doing, but the noticing. Noticing the way she smells like over-sugared coffee. And the difference between her smile and her photograph smile. And the way she bites her lower lip and the pale skin of her back. I just want the pleasure of noticing these things at a safe distance. I don't want you to have to acknowledge that I am not noticing. I don't want to have to talk about it or do stuff about it, because it's not particularly boyish, because the proper guy, fuck you. Go fuck yourself, you Green John. Gay projects like using a baguette as a dildo with what? I doubt to say dildo in French. Anyway. Oh yeah, here's where I decided to keep reading for sure. I'm constantly torn between killing myself and killing everyone around me. I feel you. See, I don't think, even though John Green's dark, he's not that dark. I don't know about the other guy though. I need to find out more. Those seem to be the only two choices. Everything else is just killing time. But yet, time kills you. Right now, I'm walking through the kitchen to get to the back door. Mom, have some breakfast. I do not eat breakfast. I never eat breakfast. I haven't eaten breakfast since I was able to walk out the back door without eating breakfast first, or whatever. Where are you going? School, Mom. You should try it sometime. I don't know what that's about. Don't let your hair fly. Yeah, he's still a fag, but a faggy bitch, but still, it's still better than the other one. I can't see her eyes, but you see, Mom, that's the whole fucking point. What a fucking edgelord. I feel bad for her. I do. A damn shame that I had to have a mother. It can't be easy having me for a son. Nothing can prepare someone for that kind of disappointment. Bye. I don't say goodbye. I believe that's one of the bullshittiest words ever invented. Whoa, this guy's fucking cool. It's not like you're given the choice to say bad bye or awful bye or couldn't care less about you. Bye. Every time you leave, it's supposed to be a good one. Well, I don't believe in that shit. I believe against that. Well, have a good... The door kind of closes in the middle of her sentence, but it's not like I can't guess where it's going. She used to say, see you, until one hour I was so sick of it, I told her, no you don't.
Is that really you're being so cringe?
Anyway. Every morning I pray that the school bus will crash and we'll all die in a fiery wreck. Then my mom will be able to sue the school bus company for never making school buses with seat belts.